I am opening up this week's vlog with a grocery haul. So let's go. First up, turkey for my dog's food, dark chocolate chips so I can make some cookies. I'm in the mood to bake now that it is November 1st. And I have to say, I've got whiplash because I can't believe it's November 1st. I'm already seeing Christmas commercials and all that stuff, and it's like, wait a minute, it should only be June right now. I'm giddy eyed. Frozen vegetables. I'm going to be making chicken pot pie. And also, I use this for my dog's food. And I bought pie crusts for the chicken pot pies and Van's gluten-free waffles. I picked up some of Bob's Red Mill old-fashioned rolled oats. I had 2 full containers of Quaker oats in my cabinet, and I was watching this woman. She does biblical food things like what we ate in the Bible times and whatnot. But she's also a nutritionist for healthy eating, and apparently Quaker oats is made in China. And they put a chemical in it that is extraordinarily toxic to us here in the United States. It kills people. So I stopped buying Quaker oats in the 2 containers I had in my house. I cannot talk. The 2 containers that we had I guess I have a mouse living in my house. The 2 containers that I had that were full, not even opened, I threw them away. I'm not going to give them to somebody else to poison them. So I went over to Bob's Red Mill and bought their oats instead. That was a long story to tell you I bought oats. I got 4 bananas to go on my oatmeal. I'm going to be making chili. And I bought an onion. Yellow. But I'm at the store waiting for him to put the groceries in the bags, and I saw him put this bag inside my bag. And I went, could you pull that back out of there, please? So he pulls it back out. Yes, folks, what I thought was garlic on the app right next to the yellow onion, I thought it was garlic. I even thought the word said garlic, but no. Now I have 5 huge white onions, and I have no idea what I will do with these. They'll probably grow in my cabinet like they always do. I can't believe I did that. And then I'm going to be baking bread. See, I finally get to cook because it's really cold outside. It was 49 when I went to the store. I was going to make bread the other day, and then I thought, I can't. I've got a whole loaf of bread in here that I already bought that's going to mold if I don't get it eaten. So I'm waiting, but I needed cream of tartar, so I picked up some of that. So for the chicken pot pie, I went ahead and got some canned chicken to make my life easier. That's a 12.5 ounce can. Now that I have a hot water heater that is amazing. Oh, it's amazing. My other hot water heater, I had to put it at a trickle in the kitchen in order to get hot water. I mean, a trickle. Now I can turn this sucker on full blast and I have hot water. It is wonderful, which means I can also take a bath. And I have taken one, but the plug that was in the tub was not sufficient. The water kept draining out. So I picked up these guys right here. That way, when I put a plug down in my tub, it's not going to drain out on me. Then, this is going to be a talkie haul. I couldn't think of the word. This is going to be a talkie haul. So, I started making my own detergent, and it was a recipe that was sent to me from a subscriber. And so, I thought I loved it until I found out it didn't take out any stains. Then I didn't love it anymore. Well, now I love it even less, and I won't use it again. I'm back to using Tide. And this says for HE, which I don't know what that means. I don't have one of those kind of washers. This says 25 loads. I had to get 2 bottles to get a $2.50 off coupon. So I did. Anywho, I don't have an HE washer, but that's okay. It'll still work in my washer. I put on a shirt the other day, one of my thermal shirts that I like to wear. And I had just taken a shower and put deodorant on. And I'm walking around here going, why am I smelling body odor? So I did this. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah, the shirt had body odor in it. And it was a clean shirt that I had just washed. So I went, well, This detergent is not taking out odors. It's not taking out stains. What good is it? It is no good. I might as well just be throwing nothing into my washer. So that's why I'm back to Tide, folks. Toxic or not, I'm back to Tide. Last but not least in this haul, I picked up some yarn. I am going to make hats. Boy, I hope that's thick enough. I can't remember how thick I can't remember how thick the yarn is supposed to be to make hats, but this might be thin. Oh well, it is what it is. Anyway, it's going to have a pink brim and it's going to have purple and then a pink 2 or 3 rows and then purple and then a pink 2 or 3 rows and then it's going to have a purple and pink pom-pom on the top. So I got to get my looms out from underneath my bed today so I can work on making hats for myself. That is the grocery haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm taking you with me to Walmart. I'm taking the yarn back that I bought because it is too thin. I'm going to get a bulky yarn and I need to pick up some things. So I thought I'd just bring you along in the store and we'll do a little shop with me. So that's what we're going to do. It's almost 70 degrees out. It's November 2nd. Question anybody who wants to answer it. Has this year felt really weird in the fact of how fast it seems to have flown by? And the weather has been really crazy. We have trees here that are still green and it's November 2nd or 3rd. Is it November 2nd or 3rd? I don't know. It's Saturday. It's Shabbat. So yeah, we still have green trees and a lot of them are just, still in the yellow and green stage. The weather has just been weird. We were hot right up to the end of October. Hot for our neck of the woods, which is the high 70s, almost 80. It's just been really crazy. I'm gonna go so I can drive. Here's the list. I can't see. Oh, I'm trying. Hello. Hi. Here's some holiday stuff right here for those of you who buy holiday stuff. I don't do Christmas, but I'm thinking about, I got rid of my entire village. But if I look at it as winter decor and not as Christmas decor, that's a possibility. I like that barn. It says Welcome Brook Farms. It does have a wreath on it, but that's kind of cute. Smoky Top Lodge. It doesn't have anything really Christmassy going on there either. They're $17 right now. What is with the ugly trees? Those are ugly. Those colors are pathetic. It's my personal opinion. Yeah, I used to have a whole bunch of village stuff. Got rid of every bit of it because the Lord said Christmas is pagan. It is not when I was born, and I don't want you celebrating it anymore, so I don't. I used to collect these every single year, starting in 1994. I don't have any of them anymore, except one. I kept the very first one we bought. I'm looking to see if there's anything that's just winter decor that wouldn't scream Christmas, Oh, good grief. Seriously, look at this. Who wants to hang this on a tree? Why would you want to hang this on a tree? Why would you want to hang this on a tree? These are kid toys that they took and stuck an ornament top on. That's what this is. Oh my goodness sakes. This is crazy. Catch up, anybody? Look at this. That is nuts. Oh, look down here. Eggo, let go my Eggo. Donuts. Oh, here you go. That really represents Christ, doesn't it? Skittles, Snickers. Oh, and an 8-ball, of course. Gotta have that. What else have they got? M&M's, Reese's. And it is Reese's, not Reese's. Where's Waldo? He's right there. Oh, then we have, these are cloth, goldfish, Cheetos, Doritos, Hershey's, Twizzlers, Mountain Dew, and a Hershey Kiss. That's about as stupid as it gets. This is the only one I like, right here. Oh, there's Pac-Man. This is just my personal opinion. Don't slam me in the comments, please. Oh, here you go. A TV set with Satan. That's Satan representative right there. Try me? No thanks. Then we have an old-fashioned jukebox. Oh, did it say junk? Oh no, jukebox. I thought it said junk. Yuppers. Well, that's bulky up there. You need a ladder to get to it. And this stuff down here is for, I think it's for making hats. Could be maybe. That's nice, it's soft. That's bulky. That's a lot of yarn. I don't know, maybe I'll go with that. But I kind of wanted to, ooh, this is pretty. Kind of like that. It's blanket yarn. You want to smell it? You guys know what everything is, huh? Yeah. Blanket yarn. Why wouldn't that work for a hat? I don't know. Oh, here we are. This is bulky, I think. Yeah, that's bulky. Question is, what colors? Ooh, this is wool. I've used that before, so that would be boring to knit with. This one's not bad. Oh, goodness. Decisions. This is bulky. That's acrylic. 342 skein. Yeah, I'm doing something crazy. This is blanket yarn, and it's huge, but it's the same dimensions as just bulky yarn, and it's super soft. So I'm gonna make hats out of this. I'm gonna have a white brim and a pink hat, or a pink brim and a white hat. I'm not sure which, but yeah, we're gonna go with that. Change of mind. I just don't have that kind of money right now, so I'm gonna do this instead. This is bulky, and so I'm gonna go with this pretty pink and blue here. We're gonna do that. So I added white to the mix. That'll work. That'll be pretty hats. You just had a bath. Picked up some concealer. Got the veggies. I got the fabric softener. Got the paper towels. The tea. He's grabbing a little peanut. Well, I got everything I needed, and now I'm going to put everything in the car. Go ahead. Can you do it? Can you do it? You want me to lift you? Okay, wait for me, sweetie. I am going to make my cauliflower, well, medley here. This is a vegetable medley, but it's called loaded cauliflower. I was going to make it the other day, and I went to get into my veggies that I bought, and they were no good. So I got a bigger bag. I don't think that's all going to fit in there. Do it a little bit at a time. I need to blanch them first, so I'm going to rinse them. Takes care of that part of it. Okay, I'm going to slice these mushrooms here. I'm going to use my air fryer for these. I'm going to use my oven for the main dish because it won't fit in the air fryer. I will cook all of these because they do shrink. So what I'm supposedly creating here is what's supposed to be the, what's it called? It's going to replace what would be bacon in this dish, I guess. But in my opinion, it doesn't taste anything like bacon. And I'm not going to use as much paprika, smoked paprika, because I don't really care for the flavor of it that much. So my vegetables are blanching. It's putting an aroma in the house. Vegetable aroma. I love my new I love my new knives that I got on Amazon. I'll link them below if you want to get yourself a set. They're nice and sharp, And yeah, so that's that. There's the smoked paprika. Good enough. Bake, or do I want to air fry? I'll bake. We're going to temperature all the way up. Temperature all the way up. Time, we'll go 15 minutes. My mushrooms are done. Are nice and dried out, which is exactly what we want. Okay. There we go. Vegetables are blanched. Oh, now a few of them got into the sink. So, okay. All right, we want to do our sauce now. This is going to be a nacho cheese sauce. These have been soaking for days, so yay. Get those drained. A couple of days. Well, they're nice and soft. Yeah, they're going to pulverize real easy. You don't need to soak these if you have a high-speed blender, but I don't, so we are going for it with the soaking. I want to get a high-speed blender. I do, eventually, because I want to start making more whole food-based, plant-based things in my life. So it calls for tamari. I don't have that. I don't have any soy sauce either. So because the recipe, the lady that does these recipes, they use no salt in their stuff. And that is not the case here because I don't have the tamari right now. So that I just put some salt in there, but if it was tamari, you would be using 1 teaspoon, and what nutritional yeast is 2 tablespoons. I'm going to be generous with that, like heaping tablespoons. Okay. I don't have raisins, so I'm just going to put in a packet of stevia. It's to add some sweetness. Onion powder is 1 teaspoon. Okay, we need a teaspoon of onion powder. Already got the nutritional yeast. 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, or you can use apple cider vinegar. Oops, I got one open. And a cup of water. Oh my. Well, blend this up and then I'll add the rest of the water. That blended real nice, real quick. I like it. I can't get the rest of the water in there, I don't think. I don't think it's going to matter. That's good. Okay, so this is my cheesy sauce. I want it a little bit smoother than that. So to this, I'm going to add some garlic powder. It calls for oregano in the recipe, which tastes really good in this. Oh, that smells so good. Put some basil in here. I'm going to put some Italian seasoning in here. We're just going to go all out with that. And then we want to add, I'm going to add some of this. Got this at Dollar Tree, and it's called garlic sea salt. My understanding is it's really good. So we're going to add some of that to get some salt in here. Sorry if I'm in the way of the camera. Okay. And I'm going to mix it all. Oh, shoot. It's a full pan. I want to get the mushrooms up off the bottom and blend it in here. On there. Oh, that smells really good. If you want to see me cook more recipes like this, leave it in the comment section. I would appreciate it. And then what we're going to do, I haven't preheated the oven yet. I don't know what my problem is. Now what we do is we pour this nacho sauce over the top. There we go. All right, I'm going to get the oven preheated and then I will get that into the oven. I think it has to cook for like 30 minutes at 375 or something. All right, it is smelling wonderful. It's been in the oven for about 40 minutes at 375. Oh, these pot holders are not the greatest. Those are not the greatest at all. Need to get some really good. I thought maybe those mitts would work because those were Walmart. Oh, that looks okay. There it is. All right, I'm going to give this a try. It's been sitting there for quite a while and there's still lots of steam coming off of it. So I'm going to give it a taste test here. You can see that it's very soft. Oh my word. That is amazing. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so good. The mushrooms taste wonderful. It doesn't taste like bacon. That's okay. I don't like bacon. Oh, ladies and germs, this is really good. Oh my gosh. You've got to try this recipe. This is wonderful. I'm going to eat dinner. These are the looms that I have. I think I got them at Walmart. And I've made hats with the largest loom, but they're just too big for my head. So I'm moving into this second largest loom, and I'm going to use that. So if you've never loom knitted before, this is what it looks like. There's a little peg here on the outside, right here, and you attach your yarn to that. But first, I'm going to put a straw on my yarn. So in order to get my yarn through the straw, I'm putting it onto this needle that comes in the kit, and I'm using this from Walmart, which you saw me buy earlier. It's 5 ounces, 142 grams, 81 yards, 74 millimeter, and it is bulky, super bulky is what it says on the label, which is what you need to make hats. So I don't want that to tie in a knot because I have to cut it off. Get this knot out of here. Wow, what a mess. I hate knots. I'm not good at undoing them, but I can see that this is going to have to go through here. There we go. Nope, there we don't go. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is vital if you want to get a hat done in a hurry. If you want to just take your sweet time doing it, you don't need to put it through a straw, but once you see what I'm doing, you're going to say, oh yeah, straw is where it's at. So now that I've got my straw on my yarn, I'm going to tie a square knot, and I'm going to put it on the peg right here. I'm going to take my straw, and I'm going to, towards me, I'm going to wrap. And I'm going to start on the peg that's next to the outside peg to the left of it. And I'm just going to wrap like this all the way around. I'm going to do that twice around, and I'll be back when I get it done. So I'm to the last peg, which is the one where this little peg is right here. So I've got my first row on. Now I'm going to wrap again around. I've pushed the yarn down to make it easier to do that second wrap. And around and around and around she goes. This is the easiest way to make a hat, loom knitting. And once you get going, I can do a hat in about an hour if I stay with it. And here I'm back to this peg right here. That's your guidepost, is that peg right there. So now that I'm here, what I want to do to lock it all in place is I have this ergonomic hook right here. I bought this separately from what comes in the kit. I'm going to come under the first yarn that I put on, that I yarned on. I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to take it over the top of this peg. So you want to pull that over that peg right there. Now this is locked and it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to drop this down through here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start right here. So this is the last peg that I locked, right? So now I am going to just simply pull these over. You see what I'm doing? There's a little groove inside the peg that you put your hook into, and then you pull over your yarn. This is the knitting part of it. You can knit and purl on here, but for my hats, I just knit them on. I knit them, I don't purl. So if you wanted a different look, you could purl if you wanted to. And the purl is a little, of course, more complicated than the knit. I don't even remember how to do it. I'd have to watch a video. But this is going to be the brim of the hat, and you knit, I can't remember how many rows, and then it gets doubled over for the brim. And that's when you can change colors if you want to change colors, which I will be doing. Once the first row is on, then it's gravy after that. And I will turn and change the way I do it because I've got a really bad thumb. Inside the thumb hurts really bad, and I don't want to keep it in the same motion because it will really hurt. I used to make hats all the time. I actually had an Etsy shop where I sold them, but I didn't sell any. So I ended up giving them to homeless shelter. But so there's the first row. That's what it looks like on the inside. Okay. So once the first row is completed, I'm going to pull down on these just a tad. You don't need to pull them all the way down. It's actually better if you don't. You just want enough separation between the top of the peg and where you're going to wrap again. We are going to bring that yarn back through, grab my straw, and not starting on this peg, we're going to start on the one next to it, to the left, and we're going to, towards you, always towards you, wrap like that. Yeah, I've always struggled with my dexterity, even when I was in my 20s and 30s. I cannot work with small things or intricate things. Nope, no can do. And just like that, we're already there, okay? I'm going to hold that. Oh boy, where's it? And I'm going to pull this over the opposite the peg right here and lock that baby on. And now I can just go around again. I'll be back. Once I get all my rows for the brim, I'll be back. It's the same movement over and over again that you don't need to watch and be bored out of your mind. I am to the spot where I am going to make my brim. So this is how long it is. I think I've got about 15 rows here. And this is what it looks like on this side. So in order to make the brim, here's that peg, right? And here I can find it. Where did it go? Hello, there it is. Okay. I removed this from the peg, but what I'm going to do is I'm looking at where this rib goes right here, and it lines up to right here. So I followed this rib right here that's right next to this peg, and I am going to place that over that peg. And then I'm going to take the very next loop, and it is going to, I'm going to take and tuck this in, and I'm going to place that over here. Place that over the peg. I want this on the inside, down in the bottom, like that. Place that over the peg, and then the next loop over the peg, and the next loop over the peg. And once I have that all the way around, I'll be back. Okay, so I've got all them all on the pegs. So just like before, I'm going to take the bottom one, and I'm going to bring it over. This is the tail that was on this peg right here. I've just got it tucked under there. So I will continue to bring over the loop all the way around, and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so I cut the yarn. I got the straw onto the blue yarn because I'm going to make the hat blue. What I'm going to tie a knot close to this as possibly get it. I'm doing this because I'm lousy at this kind of thing. I need all the help I can get pulling. That is connected. We're just going to let excess off. Once again, starting at this peg right here. This first one looks like it's going to be a white, but that's all right. After that, it's blue all the way around. We're just going to continue on until I have enough rows to make the hat, which I think is about 20, as I recall we are. I'll keep going around. Okay, so now we are beginning the blue. Like I said, there's going to be one white there, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll not be noticed. You can make it one solid color, or you can change colors and put stripes. Basically, you know, make the hat however you want to make it, just by changing the colors when you get done with a row. And everything always begins and ends at that peg right there. And I took the yarn that was hanging out, and I took my needle and I tucked it inside the brim. And then I'll just keep going. I'll be back when I've got this hat completed, and we're going to pull it together. I'm not wearing my mic because, yeah, it is what it is. But this thing has just become a piece of crap. Pardon my French. Everybody else's in the park doesn't blow over or do anything, but not mine. I can't tell you how many tarps I have had to replace in this place since I've lived here. It's insanity. I'm doing the, what you call them. Oh, nice. It's caught. I have no idea how to do this. Okay, there we go. All right, I guess I just walk it in. My kitchen was a hot mess, so I've got to get these dishes washed. The dog's food is all done. I didn't record. Again, I always forget to record things, but I put in the vegetables, the blueberries, some chicken broth, and of course the rice that you saw me dump in, and it's turkey, and it's all mixed up waiting for the bowls to go into, so I have to wash dishes. So that's what we're doing. I hope you're all having a really good Tuesday. It's dreary outside and I love that. I just love no sun in the sky. Just love it. Call me a weirdo, because I am. But there's a reason behind that. I lived a really long time where the sun was out every single day and no clouds in the sky hardly ever. No change in the weather hardly ever. And it drove me mad. It truly did. It drove me mad. So I was so blessed to be able to get out of that place and move here where the weather changes every 5 minutes. And I love that. I love that the weather changes. So I pray that you're having a good day where you are. Your life is filled with peace and joy. Mine sure is. You know, I walk around here and I don't know, it just strikes me several times a week especially since I've gotten everything in here redone. But it just strikes me several times a week how blessed I am and how grateful I am to have a roof over my head, to have a rug or carpets or whatever under my feet, to have a bed to sleep in at night. So many people don't have that luxury, and more and more and more people are having to be put to a situation of where do I go to live, and it just breaks my heart. It really truly does, that people are forced out of their homes because the rent's gone through the roof, and you know, everything has skyrocketed. I can't get over how much the things that I buy have almost doubled in price. Every item has almost doubled in price. It's just unreal. And I am blessed enough that the Lord has given me enough provision every month, to my absolute shock. I never thought that he would provide for me this well, and he has, and I'm so grateful. Not that there's any richness going on here, believe me, but I have enough to get me through the month every month, and that's what matters. My bills are paid, and you know, I've got food on my table. I can give money away to those that need it. And I'm not saying that, the left hand isn't to let the right hand know what they're doing, but I need to help others because the Lord has greatly blessed me in a way that I never expected. So I'm just so grateful for that. And it hurts my heart that there are so many people out there struggling just to make it through the day. So yeah, I just pray that you are a blessed human being as well, and that you've got enough food on your table, and your kids are sleeping where they need to be sleeping and are safe and warm, and your family is safe and warm, and all of that, because it truly is, it's my heart that I really do pray that for you all. All right, I'm going to get these dishes rinsed, and I will be back to show you how to finish the hat. And there we have his meals all ready to go for another 9 days. Sweet! All right, I have gotten to where I'm going to start casting off my hat. I don't know how many rows are there. I just kept going, and then I put it on my head to see if I had enough. But yeah, probably, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, about 24, 25 rows of the blue. So the way I am going to get ready to cast this off is I'm going to take this yarn and I'm going to wrap around, try this again. I'm going to take my yarn that's connected right here, and I'm going to wrap it around this thing twice, and I'm going to cut it off. So what I want to do is I want to come up with my needle through here. I'm just going to do that all the way around. And then once I get around to the other side, I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, I have got it all the way around, and you can see this is how much yarn is left over. So what I am going to do now is I'm just going to take the whole thing off all the way around. Okay, I'm going to pull. It gathers the whole thing up like so. Nice and tight. See right there? So there is our hat. I'm going to get this on here again. I'm going to go down through the hole in the middle right here with my needle. Pull that down in, okay? And then I'm just going to kind of go back and forth here. Make sure that we've got a nice tight, and then I'm going to go through these loops that are here. Come on. Just by looping it through here. And then one more. Just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. There we go. And then I'm just going to cut that off. And we have our completed hat except for the pom-pom. So there it is. And it's nice and snug. See, my other ones that I made, they were so loose on me, but this is really nice and snug. I love it. It is raining outside and so dark and dreary. I love it. So I took a cardboard and I cut a slit in both sides, and then I wrapped my yarn around here until it felt thick enough to me to do it. This is the underside right here, and this is what's left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another piece of yarn. I'm going to slide it in here. I'm just going to tie that as tight as I can get it. Ugh. Got to grunt, you know. Grunt's part of the strength process. Okay, so we got a nice tight knot there. I'm going to take this up. I don't want it to be that long, and I'm just going to give it a haircut. I'm going to tie another piece around my pom-pom because I need a long piece to go through the hat. There we go. Okay. And there's still some too long go. I've got one thread or one yarn through the needle. I'm going to take it down into this hole right here. Okay. I had to cut the yarn some because this yarn is El Cheapo and it's showing how El Cheapo it is. So down through the hole. Where is the hole? Let me see where there we are. Okay. Inside out. All right, so now I've got this through the hole here. I need to take this and put it through a loop so that the pom-pom will stay secure. So I only need to put it through a loop with each thread, each yarn. So I'll be back. Okay. Now that I know it's secured to the hat, more. Cut off the excess thread. We've got a hat with a pom-pom on it. There. I will model it for you. Here's what it looks like. It's adorable. I love it. What do you think? Super cute. It's just super cute. Yep. All right. I have a new hat. Wait till you see what I'm going to show you. I can't believe it. Look at this. We have snow. And it is snowing. Oh my gosh. I was shocked when I woke up this morning and saw this. It is wonderful. I love snow. It's my favorite. I have snow on my car. It is awesome. I completed another hat yesterday. This one's got just a bit of a wider brim on it, and it's pink and white. There's the top. So I'm going to make a pom-pom. I'm going to wrap it until it's as thick as I think I want it. Looks pretty good right there. Get it under there, pull it through. Whoops. Like wrapping a gift, you know. Want to keep it tight. Cut through it. There's the basic pom-pom right there. I'm going to wrap it really tight like this. Guess I'll take a little bit less at a time. Trying to chop through the whole thing is not working. Not with these scissors anyway. There's my pom-pom. Giving you a little better demonstration with this one than I did the other one I did. So I've got my needle on here. I'm going to go in over here and pull it through. That way I don't have to try to connect it underneath like I did the other one. Go. Okay, there's that one. And then I'm going to put the needle on this side. So then I'm going to come in on the other side of that hole that's at the top of the hat and bring it in. So now my pom-pom is on the top of the hat. And I'm just going to tie it securely 2 or 3 times. Tight, tight, tight. And then you could, if you wanted to, take your tails and weave it in. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so there is the pom-pom on the top of the hat. All done. Hey all, it is Friday? No, it's Thursday. Oh my goodness sakes. You know, when you don't work anymore, you lose track of time. It's Thursday in the vlog, and I am headed to Walmart to pick up a grocery order. And I'm gonna be making banana bread today, and I might put together a couple of little chicken pot pies as well in this vlog. So now that I've said it, I've committed to doing it, right? Must get done. I've got bananas that I need to use up, so that's what we're gonna do. Hope you enjoy it. I am back from Walmart. 41 degrees out. Pretzel sticks. They actually went down a little bit. 2 bags of brown rice. I use this in my dog's food. Dark chocolate chips. I was getting low on stevia in the raw. And graham crackers. I'm going to make cheesecake. I got this cup from Dollar Tree. I love it. It came in a whole bunch of different really pretty colors. I've been into chocolate milk lately, so I bought some Silk chocolate milk, almond milk, getting low on my plant-based butter. These are only $2.87 each, and that is incredible because they were $3.97 each. 3 hummus. Lastly, some vegan cream cheese for the cheesecake. I forgot to turn on my mic during this part of the video. I am making banana bread from the Better Homes cookbook, and right now I'm greasing the pan. I'm going to be using eggs in this recipe. When I usually make banana bread, I make it completely vegan. This is gluten-free flour going in, and then I'm going to be putting in the stevia. And I use that instead of sugar because I don't eat sugar. And then we're going to be putting in the baking powder and then the baking soda. Waiting to get all the sugar out of that packet right there. So in goes the baking powder, 2 teaspoons of that, teaspoon of baking soda, and then salt, 1/4 teaspoon. Now I'm going to crack the eggs into the bowl. Eggs are supposed to go in last. I didn't realize that, but it still turned out fine. And then I'm going to be adding the almond milk, no dairy, no dairy, no dairy. And then we're going to be back to sound here in a minute. So let's see when that sound is going to pop back in. We're going to do 3 bananas. It calls for 2 to 3 plant-based butter. Bananas that are just overripe. And I'm so thankful that it's finally there they go. I'm just going to give this a stir. That's just the flour part. Okay, next I'm supposed to add the banana, shortening, and milk. But I've got my eggs and my milk together, so it's all going to go in together. Oops. Take this off. And I did let my butter get soft. Okay. Supposed to blend this. And then we're supposed to add the rest of the flour. Let's see, blend with electric mixer on low speed till blended, then on high speed for 2 minutes. Okay. Add the rest of the flour. That's 1, 2, 3, oops, 4. What is this? 5, 6. That's a cup and a quarter. So it's 2 1/4 cups of flour total. And kind of get that down in there. always like to scrape the bowl and then blend it again. Looking good in the neighborhood. All right. The gluten-free flour blend that I buy, I don't have to add any xanthan gum or anything because it's already in there, which is nice. I used to make my own gluten-free flour back in the day and always had to add xanthan gum, but not with this, which is lovely. Okay. Okay. There we go. Come on out of there. Good grief. Let's go already. This is rubbery. Oh my word. I'm so glad I can bake again. Oh, I miss it in the summertime. But it's just too blasted hot. Scraping the bowl, getting everything out of here. Looks good. Okay, so it goes in the oven at 350 for 55 to 60 minutes. I'm just going to do it for an hour because I know this oven is not as hot as some are. So, in she goes. And it is 25 after 2, so 25 after 3, I'll be pulling it out. I pulled the recipe from the Betty Holmes. No. I'm trying to combine Betty Crocker and Better Homes together, and it's not working. This is a cookbook that was in my mother's house. Not this book, but one exactly like it the whole time I was growing up. And it's a wonderful cookbook. If you do not have one, I highly recommend that you get one. But most people have them in their homes. But that's where I pulled the bread recipe from. My bread just came out of the oven. It is perfectly done. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty right there? Oh, it just smells so good. Just reading Psalms. I always start my day out reading the Word. If I don't, I just don't feel right. So I was reading Psalms 10, and then I read Psalms 11. Last night I read the whole book of Amos. Maybe one of these days I'll understand the Old Testament better than I do. Right now I'm going to sit down and relax. Oh, dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this. Bless it and sanctify it just for fuel for my body. I am so grateful for what you provide for me every single day, Lord. Thank you so, so, so much. This is going to be so yummy. It's moist. It's banana-y. Hello, hello, hello. It is Friday, and this girl didn't sleep all night. Yep. Didn't wake up till 6 o'clock. Didn't sleep. Didn't fall. Oh, brother. I give up. Oh, where's my tweezers that I brought up? I did not fall asleep until 6 o'clock this morning, and it is now noon. I slept not very well. Even when I was sleeping. There wasn't a lot of sleep going on, if you get it. So I've got to finish this insulation project today. I have this window and the one back here with the pink curtain that everybody hates. Yep. I get asked, that's the question I get asked the most. When are you going to get a different curtain? Never. Yep. So it's Friday in the vlog. It's the last day of the vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it this week. It's a long one for a change. I'm not sure how much will be on today's because I have to get it edited, finish editing it, and upload it, which will take forever at the rate that it's going. The interwebs can be very, very spotty and all of that. So I'll tell you, these tweezers are the godsend. Oh, stuck up here. Working with these mini blinds. Difficult. Get it up there. Good if you're not stuck up there. Righty then.
If I don't do
Group,
it for the gram,
I'm showing you what I used to live in. Oh, I miss it so much. They got 26 inches official, and it's snowing like you know what on the other side of the hill. But I don't miss being in the city and in the traffic, but I do miss this. I miss it, I miss it, I miss it. I love snow. I didn't film doing this window because it's a pain in the neck. I've got a 4-inch foam on top of this bed, and trying to maneuver on this bed while I was doing that was insane. So it's been blown dry. All the windows in here are insulated now. This is the only one that I take the insulation off in the summertime because it's the only window that opens. Well, that's not true. This window It also opens. It's the front of the trailer. But I have got so much going on with this window. I've started at the glass. There's bubble wrap. Then there's the foam insulation. And then there's the window cling. And then there's the drape. And this window will still be freezing cold when I put a pillow up against it. So I just leave it. I just never take it off. It's too much of a pain in the neck. This window over here, it's the same thing that I've got over here without the bubble wrap. So I've got the insulation on the window, the cling wrap, and then in front of that, I have a shade screen that you can see the top of, and then the curtain, because this window is where the sun beats in the summer, and I leave that alone. And then on the outside of my trailer, as ugly as it is, I have an emergency blanket that hangs over this window outside to keep the heat from blasting through the trailer wall into this window. And man, does that save me a lot of energy bills in the summer, and it really cools this bedroom off like 15 to 20 degrees just from having the emergency blanket on the wall outside. So all the windows are done except the one with the pink curtain, because I don't have enough left of the stuff that I bought at Dollar Tree. So I will get to that one eventually, but it seals really tightly. I'm not too worried about drafts coming through that window. So all of my winter insulation is done. When I get paid, I am ordering 12 more of the puzzle pads, and I'm going to be putting them on the bathroom floor, in here on this carpet right here. That's between the two closets. And I'm going to be getting carpet for the living room. The kitchen, I will just leave padded with that braided rug on it. But yeah, I'm going to get wall-to-wall carpet for the living room. So I'm just going to put it on top of my hardwood floor and the padding from the puzzle pads, and that's going to make it feel so cushy and warm. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you watching. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you so much. It was a long video, and I hope you all have a blessed week. I love you all. See you next time. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, a subscription would be awesome. Thank you so much for watching.